that 6 years ago, 15th of March 2011, it all started with peaceful protests. Peaceful Syrians, ordinary citizens asking for simple things, basically asking for freedom, for dignity. After that, gradually the revolution militarized due to this excessive violence of the regime, the release of jihadi prisoners. But again, it is important to keep in mind that in the beginning there was no ISIS. There was no ISIS at all back in the days, back in 2011. So why Syrians on Syria? Why do we think it's very necessary to organize these kinds of events? We did organize it last year. This was the first time, in March 2016. We organized 3 evenings in a row in Antwerp, Ghent and Brussels. Because what we have noticed, we are a dedicated team of Belgians, of Syrians who cares about Syria. And we are frustrated about, we notice how people, many people have an opinion about Syria. Many people have big claims, big theories, big stories about what happens in Syria, but often these opinions are not sufficiently grounded in reality. And that's why we decided to organize Syrians on Syria, because we don't only want to talk about Syrians, we want to talk with them. So tonight the focus will be on besieged areas. Why besieged areas? Besieged areas is really a key feature of the Syrian war. It's not always covered sufficiently by the media, but still, in 2017, over 900,000 Syrians live in 37 besieged areas, the overwhelming majority of which is besieged by the Syrian government and its allies. I will just end with a quote of Stephen O'Brien, which is the UN humanitarian chief. It's a quote which he used before the UN Security Council in October 2016 to describe what was happening, what is happening in besieged areas, particularly back in the days in Aleppo. Make life intolerable. Make death likely. Push people from starvation to despair to surrender. Push people to leave on green buses.
Before the revolution, the Syrian revolution, even back 2011, I was working in Apple as a sales supervisor, as like any other person in the world. Within the Syrian revolution, I joined the revolution since the beginning. I got in jail after 2 weeks, and I got, like everyone, got tortured. I had my hobby as a photography, but by coincidence, the regime was looking for me because of my background. My father is an Alawi. I don't know if you know, guys, Alawis is the same from the Syrian regime. So I was like the black sheep of the family who's against the regime. I had to leave into Lebanon. I stayed there for two months only, but I couldn't bear the situation of staying really far from my country. And I had the idea of how many people could leave at that time, back in 2012, how many people is leaving Syria, and within how many people could actually go back and help the situation in Syria. So I made my decision to go back to Syria. It took me 3 weeks to smuggle between the mountains from Lebanon to Syria. At that time I met a famous photographer, Goran. He's a Syrian, worked with Reuters. So that's how I started working with Reuters as a professional war photographer, covering the clashes at the front line of the countryside of Damascus, which doctor said about it, Eastern Ghouta. Got injured 3 times. I moved recently in November 2015 from Lebanon because I asked for resettlement after all my injuries. So I came here recently.
What really happened in Aleppo?
In fact, we're talking about, I think it's about 4 months, but it takes for 4 years, it's not 4 months. Because the regime was trying since 4 years to take that siege area. But in general, yes, it's 4 months, and everybody is controlled. Regime controlled the area at last. I have contacted with 2 persons in Aleppo, and these 2 persons was friends of my friend, and they do their best to send the message. In fact, when you receive the message, it's disaster. It's like you try to understand the human situation and also to maybe to take that the humanity situation of that person, because he tried to give you a message and he was under siege area. It's not easy. Yeah. So I contacted with Muhammad Zain, and he was lawyer. He was 32 years or 31 years. He is married. He has one daughter, and he lives in Salah. So he tell us the following. Situation in Aleppo today morning, after evacuation agreement between rebels and regime, was the group which trying to get out from Aleppo in its point, it's like a checkpoint. And Al-Ramusa point, he said, the road to evacuation point was closed because of rocks and burns and collapsed building. The smell of death is still in the air. This sentence is a very sensitive sentence. The smell of death is still in the air. Bulldozers clean the road. We know that the regime troops waiting us to get out, to share Aleppo between them. Aleppo now is spoils of war. For this militia, Iraqi Hezbollah, I mean, the Russia troops, Al-Assad fighters, Afghani Shia fighters also. I just wonder, he sent this wondering for me. I just wonder how all nations in this world support Al-Assad, and we are alone. At this moment, only I understand the feeling of Jewish in World War II, when the Nazis burned them in I don't know.
Gas chamber.
No, I don't know. Yeah. No one care about them. I mean, the situation for people living in Aleppo is the same. He see the situation for people was under siege in Aleppo is like the Jewish who were burned by Nazis. So, for us, it's okay. We are ready to leave. We are ready to leave everything behind us. Just we have our soul and clothes. Car and civilian defense try to go for 3 times, and they didn't succeed. We get 5 wounded because regime shot at us. Now there is another try with Syrian Red Cross for evacuation wounded. They try for more than 3 times, and the regime say no, I will not accept that you will evacuate. It's like I have the power and you are awake, I will control you. So you should be under my control until I decide when the time is good to go. And no one supporting them. It's like, it's not easy to receive this message from people waiting something for you and you can do nothing for them. But at last they do it, they evacuate and everything is good. But last minute was not easy. Yeah.
What is a siege? What is it like living under siege?
So the sieges, I'm going to start with the really simple things. I'm going to ask you to imagine yourself. We are here, I've been here in a year, so I assume that I know the Western society in Europe, especially in Belgium. So just imagine yourself, you woke up in the morning, you want to go to your work, you want to walk to your study, or you just want to go for something normal. You woke up in the morning, you want to, the first thing you're going to do in the morning is take a shower, or at least like clean your face. So when you open the sink and there's no water. So you get like, what's going on? Like maybe there's no water, or maybe I didn't pay the bills, or there's something wrong. You are in a hurry, so you have to go quickly. You want to eat something, but your roommate, or maybe the one who's your partner in the house, they didn't find the bread, or didn't find what things that you want to pay, because you wanna eat, because the market was closed. The mall, or I don't know, the bakery was already closed. There's something wrong, maybe you feel like there's something extraordinary happening. But you're in a hurry, so you just take off and you went to the street waiting for your bus, because originally the bus is coming at a certain time and going. So you're waiting in the bus stop, but there's no bus. You waited for 10 minutes, but you started to be late for your work, for your study, for anything you want. So you said like, okay, my work's gonna take 5 minutes from here, and I'm going to take a walk. It's going to take me 10 minutes maximum. But the problem is, you are in the middle of the winter and you have to walk And it took you like more than 10 minutes, it took you like at least 15 minutes in the middle of this situation. You hated yourself a little bit, you arrived to your place, to your direction, but the problem is, your boss or even the one who's principal or something wasn't there. And when you ask your colleagues, he said there was a problem or strike in the train station. So now a lot of people came. And then there was no internet in the office or the work or something. So they had to cancel the day. You had to go back. It was just like your black day, or I don't know what's going on. You went back, waited for your bus, but also there was no bus. So you took all the way back to your home. The problem is you arrived home, there's no electricity, again, in your home, not only in your office. There's no internet connection because there's no electricity. You want to eat, there's no food because you need to put it in a microwave or something when I cook, there's no even gas. So you eat it something like salad or whatever it takes, and then the problem is the night start to begin. It's almost late and you don't have anything. So you went to the shop to buy a candle or to buy a LED light or something. You didn't find any LED light, any candle in the street, any markets. You went to Carrefour, you went to I don't know where, and Aldi, little whatever. There was nothing. The only one night shop was open. And when you went inside, you asked him for a LED, he said, yes, there is. How much is it? 100 euro. Like, what the, like, it's really crazy. 100 euro, it's only like 50 cents or something. So he didn't take it. He said, like, I'm not going to pay for 100 for just like small LED. I can spend the whole night. The problem went to your home, and there was really cold because there's no heating. And you were in the middle of the winter, you remember. So you just searched for a blanket or something, and you covered yourself. After 5 minutes, you start to hear some fireworks. And then, like, after all your back day, you start like, what the hell's going on? Like, people celebrating in the middle of this bad day. You went to your sleep early because there's no lights. Your phone's battery went down quickly because you just want to try to call someone. There was no signal even. So in the morning, you wake up, promising yourself that's going to be a new day. But the problem is, that's how it started. This is the siege. Nothing. No electricity. You woke up, you open your door, there was a car got bombed, really, fire on the car. There's one of your neighbors taking their bags and walking, trying to escape. And there was a shooting just like 100 meters away from you. So this is the facts of the siege. As you can see, I took this picture for after the Air Force strike this house. It was one of my friends. The problem after the airstrike, he didn't know. He was working in his factory in the Eastern Ghouta. He went back, he was searching for something left from his home. Just like that. Left, you know. The other one, this is a napalm bomb. You all know that the napalm bombs are forbidden internationally. But still the regime and the Russian forces still using these napalm. And the problem is with the napalm, as you can see, the fire is everywhere. And it's like crazy. It's like hell coming into land. So it wasn't so easy for all of us. Regime also bombed schools. So even children didn't have the chance to survive from the situation. Because even in the school, they feel like they want to continue their education, to continue their life, and they are children. They don't know anything about bombing or anything about what's happening. They just want to go for their daily life. They want to play with their friends, and that's it.
How did you survive this siege, and how do others survive this siege? How do people cope?
The siege, like Doctor said, it wasn't easy. And why? Because I told you before, we don't have food. Suddenly you don't have food. Suddenly you don't have medicine and electricity. All these basic living was gone. And I mean, just like the movies, but in real life. But within all of that, people need to live. There's a survival instinct in nature, human nature. So that's why we try to find alternative solutions. You can see, at that time it was really the good days of the siege. Because at that time we still have storage, because the Eastern Ghouta is like the place that most of the factories around Damascus store their goodies or store their things that they can use it again, they don't have to. So we had these kind of alternative things. We start to gather as a people and try to we created something called local council. The local council is as a part of people who could find their experience, or if they are like doctors or teachers, everyone could work in his expertise. So these people were volunteer. They were trying to make some shares, you know, like for every family we can have shares. This is lentil. So we were just trying to share what we can left for the people. This man in this picture, he was trying to cut the grapes, just the grapes, just like a plants from the trees, because we didn't have vegetables in one certain type, a certain period of the year, so we couldn't find anything to eat. So people just find this. This is actually a fireplace for heating, because we didn't have any kind of mazout, or we didn't have any kind of gas. So we started to use wood for heating, or also for making food. At that time there was really hard time to find even seeds, because the problem with the regime, they cut everything. There was checkpoints, there was snipers, there was landmines around the areas. So, but even that, we succeeded by smuggling some seeds to plant it, and we can. But the problem is there's no water. So that I will show you later. People start to use sewage waters, which causes another type of problems, another diseases. People start to cut their own trees, which is olive tree, just to use it as for heating and cooking. This is the beginning of the civil defense, which is the white helmet. They didn't have any kind of equipment. So the thing is, they were just like, even they didn't have boots, and they were just like trying to set off the fire that's caused by a bombing car back in 2014. The last two pictures was recently took by my colleagues in Zahar Shami, and this is one of them. It's really funny that this guy just built a mobile car. It's really small, but it's just like when you see it, it's like coming from, I don't know, magic world or something.
This was last month.
Yeah.
This is now in February.
This is in February. The last one, this one, after all the bombing and after all the regimes attacking the areas, and they took a lot of lands in Eastern Ghouta, so people needed to survive. So they were planting over their houses. So to be honest, I love this picture because this is just like a survivor. Don't look at a black point, which is this. Look at this one, which is the amazing civil resistance of Syrians.